Hello everyone, just wanted to make a video on my Fender Jaguar that I recently purchased. Just wanted to discuss something in regards to the bridge on these Fender Jaguars. This is a Player Series Jaguar. Brand spanking new, absolutely love it, plays great. Very, very comfortable. Like one of the most comfortable guitars that you could possibly play. It's like meant to meld with your body with the cuts and everything else. But anyways, I digress. One of the issues I had with this when I first got it is especially in regards to the bridge. Now, after taking it home, playing around with it some more, I noticed that I was getting a lot of rattling when I was playing. And so what I found the culprit to be was the bridge. Now, the bridge that comes with these Fender Player Series Jaguars, you can see it's got these cylinder saddles for each of these strings. And what you'll see is on either side of this of the string, you have these two set screws that extend down and contact, at least they're supposed to contact the bridge. So that way it sets the angle of the string appropriately, sets the height of it appropriately, so you can set your action and everything else. Now, the problem I found was from the factory is some of these screws were not fully seated all the way down. So if ever you purchase one of these, what you're going to want to check first is, it's a very simple check. Just take your finger or say a small Allen key that fits this and just kind of rock it from side to side. If you can feel that the screw is sort of loose and rocking inside of the threads of the saddle, then you know it's not fully seated all the way down. It's not applying appropriate pressure upwards onto the saddle, and it's not seated correctly. So that's the first thing I did. So I did that. It improved it a bit, but I still kept getting some rattling. So I looked around, found some videos. Some people suggested doing tape on these posts and blah, blah, blah. Well, tape on the posts actually made things worse for me. It just, especially for tuning stability. This thing is designed to rock a little bit back and forth as you're hitting this tremolo. So forget that. That's a dumb idea. Don't do it. What I ended up doing was putting a very small amount of Loctite on each of these grub screws after I got each of these screws fully seated properly. So what you'll want to do is a very small dab of Loctite, like I said, on each of these. They call them grub screws, really they're set screws. And let it sit there for a little bit. Take a Q-tip and remove some of the excess. Now you want to let it sit. Take a look at the instructions for, say, the specific Loctite you're using. I would say use blue Loctite simply because it's the easiest to break Loctite later on in the future. But you want to make sure you use the smallest amount possible of the Loctite on these screws. So again, just put a very small dab to sort of fill the hole, if you will, fill up each of these grub screws, and then let it sit for, say, 5 minutes, and then take a Q-tip, wipe up some of the excess so that you'll see a ring of the Loctite around each of these set screws. Let it sit, let it fully cure, and again, removing that excess Loctite allows you to break that Loctite later on in the future if ever you need to do any more adjustments. So I did that and improved it a bit. Still found some issues. Now, the post on either side of the bridge, there's another screw. It's actually got a sharp point on the bottom of it, down, and it goes into the bottom of the hole. So once you have this bridge set up the way you want it for your action, your intonation, everything else, again, having this bridge, flip it upside, you're gonna have to take it out, flip it upside down, and put a small amount of Loctite on the threads of those pointy screws. Again, let that sit for, say, 5-10 minutes, and remove the excess with a Q-tip, so that way you can break that Loctite if you need to later on in the future. And so as evidence of my efforts, I will strum this a little bit. No rattles, none whatsoever. Sounds great, absolutely plays great. Love this guitar. Before I had an Epiphone Dot, now I have this, and I play this all the time. It's just such a great guitar. Love the sound from it. And now that I have the rattles from it and I've got it set up properly, it's a great, great sounding performer. So anyways, I hope this helps for anyone that has a Fender Jaguar. Again, this is a Fender Jaguar Player Series, so I'm not entirely sure what type of saddles may come with, say, the American Professionals or the Traditionals, that sort of thing. But bottom line is, if you have a bridge like this and you're having rattling, take those steps like I talked about. They're very minimal steps, least obtrusive to your bridge, and it'll make it sound absolutely great. So I hope this helps you guys out. And if you like this video, leave a like. And if you have any comments, go right on ahead. Have a good day.